Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cub Chat Live. I am joined by a familiar face. Audrey, welcome back to the show. You're a regular.
Well, now I am, I guess.
You absolutely are. We're really, really glad to have you today. And we're going to be talking all about a really awesome new resource. It feels like very often we're getting to talk about new resources that your team has put together. So thanks for that, too.
Well, we're working very hard in behind the scenes to try to make it easy or fun, simple, and easy for everything we do. We're looking at it carefully to try and see what we can improve.
Absolutely. So behind the scenes, we kind of had a debate talking about some of today's resources in terms of who exactly is this for? What we're talking about today? Or is it den leaders, new families? How would you classify it?
Right. Well, what we found out was as we look at data, almost all our decisions are data driven. So as we saw some of the Voice of the Scout surveys and various other resources that people were frustrated that they were looking for things in lots of different places and it wasn't just right in front of their face at a glance, they could easily reference it. And that gave them a sense of frustration, and we want to eliminate that. We want to make it as fun, simple, and easy as they can. Fun to do, easy to or simple to understand, and easy to deliver. So we looked at this as a that was our problem that we were trying to solve, is how to make it more fun, simple, and easy for the unit leaders on the ground and those that are helping them. There's lots of helpers out there that need tools also to make sure that they can assist the unit leaders to be as strong as they can, to make the program as strong as they can. So that was something that we looked at very carefully, so that we didn't want this sense of frustration, and we thought, what can we do right now to help make that happen? So we did a little updating and researching and put together a fantastic tool.
Yeah, so I'm excited for us to get to see it. Guys, we are going to be posting links to this resource, as well as we're going to give you a QR code here in just a second before we get there. I wanted to give Elizabeth a shout out. Hello. She says hello to us. Hello to you, Elizabeth. Thanks for tuning in each week. So Audrey, let's get in the weeds just a tiny bit. You mentioned how you identified that there was a need for this resource, but how was it developed? Who helped work on this?
Well, honestly, it did exist before, and I think that some of or in a type of it existed. And I think that's some of our problem, and that we're trying to identify and see how we can solve, is getting the information out to people that these resources do exist, at least in some form. And that was last Cub Chat, was our fabulous resource sheet on how to find those quickly and easily with the QR codes and all that. And so this is just another step in that. It was already on our website, our national website, but it wasn't as completed as it is now. And then we saw on Facebook, there was actually another unit leader who put together one that had more of the components in one place. Still didn't have everything, but it was like another step. And I was like, wow, can we work on making these merge together into something even better? And so I asked our professional staff if he could take a stab at it, and he did, and he put it all in place. And our director of Cub Scouting, and then he passed it on to the graphics team. So it's a team effort to make it pretty, because I cannot do the pretty. I know what I want, but I can't do it. So yes, absolutely, it was a team effort to put this together so that we can have everything in front of the unit leader, so they don't have to search for what is advancement in Cubs.
Yeah, so you mentioned that we talked a little bit last week and a few weeks ago even about how to find these kinds of resources that we are sharing with you guys each week on Cub Chat Live. Same time, same place. Be sure to keep tuning in on Fridays. Behind the scenes, Brian flashed up a URL at the bottom of the screen where you can watch past episodes. But for our new viewers, Audrey, how can folks find this rank advancement resource at a glance?
Well, I'm going to give that to you right now. So we have a combination. Hopefully we have a QR code, so you can just take a picture. Right there you go. Take a picture of that, and that'll send you directly to the website where it lives. You can also go to the website and just scroll down onto advancement, and that will show you that. But this and the URL, there we go. Oh, Brian, so good. And there's the actual website if you're watching on your machine, don't have your phone handy. So those are two quick ways to get to this. And then we can go into what it is that we're excited about. What is this sheet we're talking about?
Yeah, exactly. That's the obvious next question. Everybody, if you have questions as we are going through this sheet, let us know. If you have ideas, thoughts, anything, let us know. Ask your questions. Give us a shout out. And we also got to give a shout out to today's behind the scenes Aaron, who's dropping links to these resources in the comments, mainly this at a glance sheet here. But the obvious next question, Audrey, what is this rank advancement sheet? What are we looking at?
Yeah. So, and if you didn't know about QR code, we have codes that takes you directly to the website, but we encourage you just taking a picture of this resource sheet once you find it, wherever, however way you get there, and just keep it on your phone, just like the other things, so that you have it easy to help other people, that you yourself can use it at a glance. So this is it, and hopefully it looks fun to you. It looks fun to me. It's bright, cheerful, colorful. But yet there's relevant details here. So this is our at a glance sheet. It is for the program year 22-23, which for Cubs starts June 1st. Your council may have a smidgy weeks difference in between, but the program year that we work to starts June 1st as they move into their next grade level. So as they're rising second graders into third grade, are rising first graders into second grade. So this is the sheet. So how would you like to go through it? How do you want to do that?
Well, okay, maybe we go through it one rank at a time. But before we do, Alan's got a great question. He says, where can I find scouting where I live? Alan, thank you for answering that. If anybody else is wondering that as well, we have a great tool for you, a good place to start, which is beascout.org. You can head there, you can put in your zip code, you can put in what program you're looking for, and identify a unit close to you. Christine says, hello from PAC 170 in Bossier City. They think it's awesome to have more centralized resource. I agree. At a glance puts it simply, but this is something unique in that you can kind of visualize. I'm just thinking there's a lot of uses for this one
Right.
pager, really. I mean, I can see so much use to a den leader. I could see so much use for a brand new family. Maybe let's start looking at the type. It was Lion on there as well. I think it was.
Yes, Lion was on there.
Lion's on there too.
Yeah.
Let's go through Lion.
All right. So you're absolutely right. This is meant, number one, for the unit leader, the direct den leader, so that they can look at this sheet. But it can also be used for many different people. And I think we're getting into that later, but so I won't jump the gun on that. But so if you're a Lion den leader, there's important things to know. And I've put my glasses on for this one because this is little print for me where I'm coming looking at it. So under the Lion, you notice that it says there's a little asterisk, and it says exercises are in the pamphlet, how to protect yourself from child abuse, and children from child abuse. And that is happens the very first thing for each year, except the year that you do Bobcat. Now, Lions don't do Bobcat. So they do that protect yourself pamphlet and look at that and do the exercises in it. You'll notice across the top, there's a blue bar that says Bobcat. So if you were doing Bobcat for a new scout, that's where you'd start. And then it shows the 5, I could count, the 5 belt loops that you need to put into your plan for the year in order to complete this rank. And then the little note that says what the asterisk means. So Lion is, of course, our most simple and easy with their parent partner or adult partner, excuse me. It doesn't have to be parent, but so the other use you can see here is if you are somebody in advancement in your pack or the Cub Master, maybe whoever does the instant recognition, you now see exactly what you need to order and what it looks like. So this is also a quick at a glance, boom, boom, boom. I need to go order these things or get them from my local scout shop. And so hopefully it will help on the pack unit leaders as well as the den unit leaders.
Absolutely, which begs the question, which you kind of started to get into this a little bit earlier, but the great big question here is who can use this other than den leaders?
Right. So we envision den leaders as being our main the main target audience, right? But the pack leaders, as I said, so anywhere from your treasurer, your advancement, your cub master, as he's coaching a new leader, coaching and mentoring a new leader, guiding them through the process. It could be another den leader that's mentoring a new den leader, and we really encourage that. The first 2 years, the lion and the tiger, those are brand new families coming in usually, and they need some strong mentoring. So this is an easy tool to help do that. Or maybe your regular wolf den leader left and moved, or something, had a job reassignment, and you need a new den leader. So this is a great tool to mentor those folks. The other people we also are targeting are commissioners. So they're there to help, also be a helper to the unit, coach and mentor. And this would be a great at a glance sheet for them, just like our resource sheet. This is the second thing they should have on their phone, so that they can come and help any of those unit leaders to help develop a stronger program, so they know quickly, okay, let's plan out what we need. Here's the resources we're going to need. We can look this up on, I'm going to get to exactly how in a little bit later, but so we envision those as being the main leaders. Your advancement chairs may even find this interesting in your council and district, your service territories. There's advancement leads. So we envision this could be helpful to a lot of people to be able to see at a glance, what is Cub Scouts all about and what are we doing?
Yeah, it absolutely is that. Everybody, thanks for dealing with my technical difficulties. If you heard double sound, it was on my end. We got to give a big shout out to behind the scenes Brian for helping switch me in, and Audrey, who's always willing to go with us as we try different platforms and experience various technical difficulties. She's a champ with that. We really did this today just to prove we're actually live. Yeah, you're the dedicated guinea pig, but we also really, really love. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I have been in your situation where I was having computer problems myself. And so I completely sympathize. So we're still getting out great information. They can just, we'll give our apologies for the clarity, but the information is still going to be great.
Absolutely. And just a highlight as well, we're getting comments saying great resource. And I'd love to put that QR code back up on screen so that our folks watching can scan that with their phones. I think we have a comment asking to see the QR code again. So let's definitely check that out. Now, I know I interrupted with a question because we were kind of going through the lion pathway. We certainly can, if you want to, Audrey, go through each rank, but I just wanted to kind of maybe look at this from a various few different volunteer lenses. So we've kind of looked at it from the den leader position. Well, let's say we're taking a look, we're a new family and we're curious, maybe we're joining in as a Weeblos. What do we got here?
So that's a good one to join, because a good one to highlight, because there is some confusion. And we did some of the frequently asked questions when we did the Cub Chat Live on that was about Webelos, and we've had another past Cub Chat Live on this, the Webelos to Scouts transition and what the Webelos year is. And we are behind the scenes. We understand the confusion, and we have a solution. We've just not yet been allowed to implement it. So this is our next best thing is this chart that helps to clarify some of that. So if you look at this, you can see what it says. And it says a fourth grader who works towards Webelos badge is their first rank. And also you can notice the little blue bar. So if they're joining in as a fourth grader, they haven't done Bobcat yet. So they still need to do Bobcat first. So that little blue bar applies to wherever they join. That's the first thing they do. If they haven't, then you would go over the youth protection, protecting children from child abuse pamphlet. And then this shows that there are 5 pins that they're going to be working on as required activities. And then they have an elective. And they get to the den will choose which elective that they're going to work on. And then they also have a time requirement. So that's the first time that there's a time requirement. They have to be in the den for 3 months. Now, if they join as a 5th grader, this is where the confusion starts, right? Because if you're in Webelos as a 4th grader, you can complete these things and then start working on your Arrow of Light if you choose to. You can keep it depending on how the den leader and what kind of time they have and how that all works out. They could choose to start working on Arrow of Light, or they could wait till 5th grade. So that's a choice they have. If a scout joins in 5th grade, They still need to do Bobcat. They need to do the pamphlet and the Protect Yourself video. And the Protect Yourself video is not for Lions, but it's for all the other ones. And that's we already went over that. I want another Cub Chat Live of that revision there. And they have those 4 pins that they work on. They do not, if they're joining in 5th grade, they can start out working on Arrow of Light without earning their Webelos. And that is different than if you're a 4th grader. So that's why there's a little bit of confusion. It depends on when they join. And then they also have a time requirement. So hopefully this at a glance just answers those questions directly, so that because if you're just reading it in text and print, sometimes it can sound confusing and you're not sure. But here you see, oh, okay, they're joining here, they're joining there, they need Bobcat, boom, they need the video, they need these things, boom. And if they have been coming all along the program, you don't need to do the Bobcat. You can start the Arrow of Light right when you need. So hopefully that clarifies it in a visual form. I'm very visual. I like these at a glance chart things that tell me exactly the overview and what I need to do.
Absolutely. We're getting a ton of comments. I wanted to say that I really liked the way the Bobcat earning the Bobcat rank is explained. I think that's more clearly than I've ever seen it.
Right.
Certainly visually, but also explained, I think.
Yeah, and we want everything so the den leader knows exactly what they have to do. So it also explains on the top what is the Bobcat? What does that include, so that you can plan that? So you don't have to go through 3 different resources to figure this out. And so hopefully that really helps.
Absolutely. Also, you guys were telling me that my video was not clear before we went live and I couldn't see it. Now I can see how unclear it is. So again, sorry. Hopefully you guys are hearing me okay. And 2 thumbs up because Audrey looks perfectly crystal clear. It just emphasizes the great connection that she has.
Well, I was in your place last week. I'm not so clear last week, so I get it. I understand. There's so many variables. So
not like this, but thank you for your patience with me, guys. Hopefully this is not diluting the awesome resource that we are sharing today. You can see rank advancement at a glance. This is a wonderful resource to print. I would print it off if I was a den leader for sure and always have it on hand. I probably have copies to hand to new parents. Oh my gosh. Okay, what have you done there? Please.
I just put it in a sheet because I do like it on my desk right in front of me. I mean, maybe I'm a tiny bit old school. But I use this constantly when people are asking me questions or other team members as we're working on, improving different aspects. And so there's a lot of details I have floating around. So this helps me. And so I can only hope that it helps other people as well. I know the rest of the younger families are all digital, but I had to print it out.
Well, I mean, when you're meeting in person, which our units should be meeting in person at least some cadence, you probably need something tangible. And I'm kind of thinking this might, I don't know if we want to go there, but this could be a good recruitment resource. Do you think?
I think it could be, and I like to call it inviting. So as we invite people to come in to be either leaders after we've observed them for a few meetings and seeing how active they are and what great potential they have. Yes, because you go, look, this is all it is. Really, this is all it is. We just need to put this on the calendar. We're going to add some really fun events in between, and we obviously have Cub Chat Live for how to do that. And we're going to just boom, populate your calendar, and there you go. This is it. You have 5 to 6 things to accomplish, an elective and some safety things, and there you go. And so yes, I think that looks less scary. It looks doable. And then you can also, as a new leader, you can ask some other parents to help you out with different things. And it doesn't look so scary to them. So.
Absolutely. I think that if I was agreed with you wholly on that, it looks doable. And it's just so visual as to, like, this is kind of what my son or daughter can achieve in the course of a handful of years. Like, you can look back and say, okay, we've done all these things, or look forward and say, these are the things that we have to go. Aaron is saying that people are asking for the QR code. They like to see the QR code.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And then also want to point out that Aaron is kindly dropping these links in the actual chats of each of the videos, no matter where you are watching. this video, you should be receiving, or you should be seeing the link pop up there, so you can go directly to this resource. Our Cub Scout rank badges ranks at a glance. Rob is a commissioner. I saw that he had said he really likes this resource. Rob's a friend of the show, so we appreciate that. People are asking to have Aaron drop the QR code in the comments. So he's trying to figure that out, and we're working on that. We haven't done that yet, but it shouldn't be too hard.
Oh no, I think she might have locked up. I'm sure that behind the scenes they're trying to figure out how to put that in. I guess I'll host live here. Oh no,
Can you hear me?
We're having excitement. I saw something one day that says when something doesn't go quite right, just yell plot twist and go with it. So yes, there's a QR code, which gets you, actually it's to the website. I'm sure by the time easily, there it was. And I checked the comments again. We're also trying to make this easy to find all these resources. So we'll have the QR codes in there. And there she is. Yay!
Hello, I'm back. Good job, Audrey. That was just a test. And I think you've passed and you're the forever host of Cub Chat Live. Congratulations. Okay, so back to some of the comments. I've been very eager to read these because I'm seeing tons and tons and have hardly gotten to get to them. Most of these are just overwhelming. Thank you for creating this. As I said before I dropped off, we're looking to share the QR code as an image so they can print that for parents to be able to scan it quickly. Love that idea, Jason. While I don't think that we can.
So she locked up again. I think you could probably still print this in black and white too, because we did do some different color shading, so that should show up. But I have not personally tested it if you can print it in black and white. To me, the colors really pop, so that helps me to visualize each of the different grades, the grades that the ranks cover, and so I love the idea of taking a picture of it and putting it on your phone so you can share those resources.
We should be able to post that URL or post that QR code as a separate post on this page, which we can do after the show. But what I would highly encourage you to do if you want to print this, it's sitting up on screen right now. Take a screenshot of your computer and you could print it. So right now,
or snip it.
Screen
I love snipping. I snip everything. So it's exactly at least by word. It's a little word sign and then shift and then S, and then that can snip the box, and then you put it into Word or wherever. She's
our technical guru as well. Rob's got a Bitly link you can use. He's created a short link. That's awesome.
There you go.
Omid's watching. Thank you for tuning in. Megan is wondering if this will be uploaded to Scoutbook under the resource page. That's a great idea, Megan. I don't know if there are plans for that, but Scoutbook has its own display of the ranks if you want to check that out. But I like the input, guys. Keep that input coming. We're writing it down.
Yeah, I'm writing that one down. I will double check because this is hot off the press as of just a few days ago. So I would guess that it's not done yet, but I will double check on that. On that, as we have a very good team that works on those things.
David's got an idea, and I'm going to need you to help me understand an acronym. He says we're going to print some for our JSN coming up later this month, and I think give them to anyone new this year. What's a JSN?
Joining Scout Night, I think. Join Scouts Night. So it's like your meetup. It's your Did she lock up again? Oh no. So it's your joining night when you invite new families.
Yep, join night. That makes sense. That was good. I've never heard JSN before, so you're pretty with it. Okay, hello to Pack 4426, the Montana Council. Thanks for watching. Arnold's got an in the weeds question that I don't know if we're going to know the answers to. He's wondering if we're going to replace the discontinued Weeblos adventures or come up with a super new Achiever emblem. Our bears turned Weeblos. We're hoping to earn it like many of our AOLs are going to and previous AOLs have. Okay, great question. That's one we'll probably have to get back to, and I'd encourage you
Right.
to keep watching Cub
What I
Chat
can
Live.
say is that your national committee is hard at work, doing lots of really amazing, exciting, and fun things. And if you like these two things, that's a sample of the direction we're going and the really awesome work that's being done. We will not be allowed to release this until we're through some of the challenges that we're having in scouting, but we're hoping that that is going to be soon-ish. The program year starts June 1st, so it will not make June 1st. It obviously did not make June 1st of this year. So we're hoping that we might have permission by next June 1st, but we do not have a guarantee. But we are hard at work doing really good stuff. So that's all I can say right now.
Yes. So that's some insight from a true insider, everybody. And as always, keep watching Cub Chat Live because we let you know first. We get to break the story very often. We know these guys.
You do.
So,
you do. Like last week, it was one day. That had only been done one day. So very good.
This presses as well. Hello to Troop 601 in Farmingdale, New York. Rob has a wonderful point. And I like this because you should know this if you are a den leader or a volunteer of many different capacities. You can actually make your own QR codes for free online. All you need is the link to whatever you're trying to link the QR code to. And you can customize them. You can change the colors. Maybe you've got den colors or you want to use the Cub Scout, like official brand.
Oh, yeah, you can be fancy. I just made that on, that's my QR code I just made. So you just go into Google, you put the link in, you go into Google, right click, and it says create QR code. And
Absolutely.
that makes the little dinosaur one. I think you can tell the little dinosaur one is a Google one. There are probably others that do fancier things. I know they embed other things in the middle instead of that. But we're a get it done. Just get it done and do it and make it easy. So that's what we did there. So there's other places you can also get information on advancement too. And I can highlight a couple of those, but to work in conjunction with this, if you had more questions on, we're highlighting this as a main deal. This is the main deal, is this new release of a new tool for den leaders and for helpers of the units.
I have a follow-up question.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I have a follow-up question for you on that after we just give a couple more shout outs. Okay.
Perfect.
Rob, again, thanks for watching and directing folks. You can tell very clearly that it is Aaron in the comments, commenting as Boy Scouts of America. It's very much in his voice, like how he says things like, finally got a direct link to the QR code, everybody. That is Aaron for sure. And then he is asking the important questions, which is, why does it look like Audrey is in 4K and Gina is in 360p? I think 360p would be an improvement over what I'm looking like right now, Aaron. So I'll take that as a compliment, to be honest.
We all have these technical days, and it's not slowing the important information getting out. So,
okay, good.
The main thing is the main thing, and so we're just rolling with this, right?
You said get it done. That's what we're doing.
Get it done. Exactly. Get it done. Get it out to the people who need it. We're working through the technical.
Absolutely. Okay, Audrey, I have to say thank you for creating this. And I know that there are other wonderful resources out there that your team has put together and is putting together. Where can we find resources like this and other resources that our volunteers and new families might be looking for?
Well, as we say, and the banner there is telling you everything is on the Cub Scout website. So the national website right there. So it just might take scrolling down, clicking a few tabs. And so I'm going to put my glasses on so I can actually get this accurate. You want to go down and it'll say there's a Cub Scout Rank tab, and this will show this chart. And this is where the chart lives. So you don't have to worry about the QR code, except that makes it super fast to go directly here, but you can scroll down the website and it's right there. You can, this also below it are bigger pictures of the belt loops, so you can see those easily because they are small on the chart, but and that will help you to, maybe you need those graphics for other things or to remind you of what needs to be going on. There's also a den leader, so further resources to help you on your advancement. This is at a glance, right, but it doesn't give you the details. There is a den leader resources tab, and underneath there is a 5-minute-ish video of each rank that you choose. So there's a 5-minute one-ish. For all my engineers, it's ish. There's a 5-minute video on tigers or on wolves, and what does that rank look like. And then there is the literature that supports that. So it has all the books and den leader guides are right there. So you can see at a glance. So that's further information to give you some of the details. Also, I think one of our commenters talked about Scout Book. So yes, in Scout Book, it has this all listed. Den leader experience then helps you put it into your calendar if you choose to use that tool. But Scout Book has this all listed and the information there. And then lastly, on the website, there's a den leader tips and tricks videos. So it's maybe more how to manage that den meeting that you're having as you're doing your resources. So those are some, but they're very short. I think those are 3 to 5-ish minutes, just to give you some tips and tricks. And then, of course, as we highlighted in our resource sheet last Cub Chat, there are roundtable videos, which anybody can use. You do not have to be a roundtable leader to use them. Anybody can use these resources. And there's 2 videos there on the Cubs, when you scroll down to Cubs, and on advancement. Those 2 are currently being updated because they do have some COVID policies, but I know the scripts are being worked on this week. And so hopefully in the near future, we'll have removed the COVID policies, but the advancement overall is still good, relevant information. And then the last one is, is just the resource sheet we had before, which details where to find even more information to help those leaders get through rank advancement. So
yeah, there's really no shortage of resources for volunteers.
Finding it, and so that's what we're trying to improve.
That is like music to our audience's ears, I think, because sometimes folks, I think, don't realize there is as much as there really is. It's just they don't know where to look. They don't know what's outdated, what's still accurate. And so your team has been nailing that. Audrey, we all owe you a big thank you. I know you'll be back in a few weeks, which is very exciting. And we will cross our fingers that there's no technical difficulties that day.
Yes. So did we get to all their comments and questions? I wasn't sure between our in and outs.
I think we did. I think we answered everyone's questions, but they can keep coming. The show is about the show will no longer be live, but it will still exist on this page. So you guys can keep asking questions, leaving comments, tagging somebody who needs to know about this resource, or you can send links to past Cub Chat Live videos that we have embedded on the page that is linked to at the bottom of the screen. Shout out to Behind the Scenes Brian. scoutingmagazine.org/Cub Chat Live. It's got everything. And it's one of those resources. It's one of the many resources out there for you.
Exactly. And we heavily use this because if I can do a promo for Cub Chat Live, it is going to be the most of the moment. And so we don't plan too far ahead on the topic so that we can take that pulse and see what's needed to be talked about, or if there's a new change, or like this opportunity for a new tool to present. We don't have to wait for 6 months to share it. We get to share it with you right now because of this wonderful tool you folks are producing. So we greatly appreciate that. So definitely you want to be on watching the broadcast, or at least looking up the archives, and they're on the website we just listed.
Yeah, absolutely. And you bring up a great point. We don't plan these that far ahead, but we are going to be looking for future Cub Chat Live topics next week. So comment now, because we're going to decide on the next few weeks. Comment now. Let us know. What are you wondering? What are you looking to see? Any questions? Anything you need in advance of recruitment season? Let us know.
We take both social media input as well as the Voice of the Scout surveys and other surveys that we send directly to leaders. So we have multiple resources to draw some of these from. And so absolutely, we love to hear from people. Mm-hmm.
Fabulous. Well, I think that just about does it. Audrey, is there anything else we want to add today?
No, that was it. We just wanted to get this new tool right up there so that it's fun, simple, and easy for our den leaders and those that are helping our den leaders.
Very good. Well, thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. And everybody watching, we'll be back Friday at 2 p.m. Central. Same channel you're watching now. You can watch this. We can watch us again. We'll be live, and we hope to see you there.
Great. Take care.